In a quiet village surrounded by mountains, there was a highly respected blacksmith known for his flawless craftsmanship. His tools and weapons were famous for their strength and durability, and his workshop was always bustling with customers. The blacksmith's skill was unmatched, and his reputation had spread far and wide. Working alongside him was a young apprentice named Elias, a curious and hard-working boy, but one whom the villagers often mocked. They claimed Elias was slow to learn and too absent-minded to ever become a true craftsman. Despite his dedication, Elias was frequently the target of jokes and whispers. One day, the village counselor, a man known for testing people's wisdom, decided to challenge Elias. The counselor was a powerful figure in the village, always eager to expose those he deemed foolish. Early one morning, just as the blacksmith and Elias opened the workshop, the counselor appeared. With a smug smile, he approached Elias, held out his hand, and revealed 2 horseshoes, one made of shiny bronze and the other of dull, dark iron. "Pick one, boy," the counselor said, his eyes glinting with amusement. "Which is more valuable?" Elias studied the 2 horseshoes briefly, then reached for the iron one. The counselor burst into laughter and called out to the passing villagers. "Look at this," he shouted. "The blacksmith's apprentice can't even tell which is more valuable." The onlookers chuckled, shaking their heads at what they believed was Elias's foolishness. Meanwhile, Elias lowered his head and quietly returned to his work. The next morning, the counselor returned with the same 2 horseshoes and repeated his question. Once again, Elias chose the iron horseshoe. The counselor laughed louder this time, and the villagers joined in. Day after day, week after week, this routine continued. Each morning, the counselor appeared with his 2 horseshoes, and each morning, Elias chose the iron one. The laughter never stopped, and soon the entire village believed Elias was nothing more than a fool. One evening, after hearing yet another customer mock his apprentice, the blacksmith decided to intervene. "Elias," the blacksmith said, calling the boy to the back of the workshop, "you know the bronze horseshoe is more valuable, don't you?" "Of course, master," Elias replied calmly. "Then why do you keep choosing the iron one?" the blacksmith asked. "Don't you realize they're all laughing at you?" Elias smiled slightly and motioned for the blacksmith to follow him. He led his master to a large wooden chest hidden in the corner of the workshop. Elias lifted the lid, revealing a massive pile of iron horseshoes. Dozens, perhaps hundreds of them. "These," Elias explained, "are all the iron horseshoes the counselor has given me. If I had chosen the bronze one on the first day, he would have stopped playing his game, and I wouldn't have received anything else. But by choosing the iron horseshoe every day, he keeps laughing, and I keep collecting more and more iron." The blacksmith stood in stunned silence, staring at the enormous pile of iron. Suddenly his expression shifted from surprise to excitement. "Elias," he said, "do you realize what this means? With this much iron, we can craft hundreds of tools, horseshoes, nails, hinges, everything the village needs. This pile of iron is worth far more than a single bronze horseshoe." Elias smiled again. "I knew that in the end, the iron would bring us greater wealth than any bronze piece ever could." That week, the blacksmith worked tirelessly with Elias to forge a vast array of products using the collected iron. Their workshop flourished like never before. The villagers, once so eager to mock Elias, were astonished by his cleverness. The boy they had once called a fool was now seen as wise and strategic. When the counselor learned what had happened, he wasn't angry. Instead, he visited the workshop, laughing heartily. "You fooled me, Elias," the counselor said, clapping the young apprentice on the back. Who would have thought the apprentice was wiser than the master? Elias grinned humbly. "Sometimes," he said, "it's better to appear foolish for a while if it means achieving something greater in the end." From that day forward, no one in the village doubted Elias's intelligence. Over the years, he became one of the finest blacksmiths in the region and eventually inherited the workshop. His name became known not only for his craftsmanship, but also for his quiet wisdom, the kind that patiently waits for the right moment to reveal its true value. Dear friend, sometimes, the one who seems foolish is actually the wisest of all. True wisdom often lies in making simple yet strategic choices. If you know you're on the right path, Don't worry about what others say. Just stay focused, be patient, and trust your intelligence. So if you want to share this story with more people, please like this video. I'll see you next time with another story like this. So be patient, be grateful, and keep moving forward in life.